guys, this is Kirsten, and today I'm going to be giving you a health/MS update. It's been a hot minute since I've done this, and I just wanted to fill you guys in. I want to first of all say thank you to all of you that have left comments on my previous MS videos, saying that you appreciated it, or you had a cousin or relate to it, and I find those very encouraging, and I'm glad that I'm able to connect with you guys in a certain way with my experience. So thank you. It's just taken me a long time to respond and make any other videos, so that's what we're doing. We're here eventually, right? So first things first, how am I doing? As a whole, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing really well in terms of my MS. There has been no major disease activity. I've had an MRI a year ago in 2017 and nothing came up, nothing was seen. But as some of you who have been diagnosed with this disease, that doesn't necessarily mean that there is nothing going on. There's only so much that an MRI can tell you, but in terms of like my quality of life, they give you like a survey seeing how, you know, how you're doing, and so far, no changes cognitively, physically, anything that is significant. The one major thing or development that I can think of is spasticity. For me, I have some notes here, so that's what I'm referencing. So I would say about a year and a half ago, or about a little over a year ago, let's just say, I started noticing some spasticity developing. And whenever there's any sort of symptom resurgence or how should I say this, development, that's automatically alarming. And that's why I got the last MRI, because I noticed this new phenomenon. When I had my first relapse, I didn't suffer from any spasticity. I have heard about it, I read about it, I was told that it was a possibility, but I never experienced it myself. So when I started noticing like these muscle tensions and like contractions anytime I would walk, not even for an extended period of time, it would just be a usual amount of time, it just became really painful in my feet, so I couldn't do as much as that I used to. Right around the time that I was recovering, I started hiking. I wanted to take advantage of my improving health and wanted to better myself. And I'd been doing that on and off for about a year, like 2 years. And then I was just doing my usual progression. Ignore my cat, she wants to co-star. Little diva. It's not about you right now. Yeah, when we would go on hikes, my feet just started getting really painful. Like usual hikes, not like hundreds of miles or 10 miles even. I'm talking like a couple miles at most. You know, and it would just be so excruciating that I would have to take a break every 10 minutes, if that, and just slow down, and it would drag on, and I wouldn't want to do any sort of physical activity, which is not a good thing. You need that for general well-being, not just MS. I emailed with my specialist, and they were talking to me like, hey, you know, come visit, what have you. And me being the worrywart that I am, I'm like, oh my god, this is something I haven't seen. Is it like need to be worrying or something? She said, no, not necessarily. We'll do an MRI just in case, you know, to put your mind at ease. But she's like, it sometimes just lesions, your symptoms just morph and move, and it just turns into other things. So she said, in the meantime, you know, I'm going to prescribe you baclofen, which is a muscle relaxant type of thing that works specifically for like the nerve type pain. Take it as needed once a day, up to 2 times, or 2 pills at a time, before you know. Like if I'm going to go on a hike, I take it at night. If I'm not, if I'm just going to be sitting around the house, don't take it. So I've been having that, and I was using it. I noticed some improvement. I was also told to start taking magnesium supplements. It's 400 something. I'll put the exact like dosage here or down below, and take those regularly, because that does help with maintenance and is not as, you know, a severe thing as taking a manufactured drug, controlled substance, if you will. So I've been doing that. So the combination of taking the magnesium, stretching, and the baclofen, I don't know how to say it, but those combinations have really been helping me in terms of managing it. It still happens every now and again, and sometimes I can't anticipate when I'm going to go out, or it could just be like one day walking down the street is going to hurt me and another day is not. So it's just as needed, but it's not so horrible that I can't function, a typical human being. So that's the only new one. In terms of old symptoms, my balance is about the same. It hasn't gotten any worse, or I think probably it has improved. I'm still uncoordinated, always will be. It's just my lot in life, just to be a clumsy person. A weakness on my hands, or I still have a weaker, my right side is weaker still than my left side. It's not dramatic, but it like comes up every now and again in terms of like physical health. Oh, and the seizures. So one of my more popular videos, I mentioned having seizures. I have not had any type of seizure activity or tremors to that magnitude that I mentioned before. I did have maybe like in the past, since that last update, maybe like one or two, but they were really brief, and they were after extreme duress, like stress mixed with physical activity. Those two seem to be the major triggers for my body. When I have them both, just I need to take a break. And I think that's a lot of the disease management for me, is just reading my body and trusting it, and being able to pick up when I'm tired and honoring that. And I have to remind myself constantly that I'm not being a baby, or I'm not being weak, and it's okay to slow down and take a break, because it's frustrating, you know? This cat, and it's just frustrating. I want to be doing these things and not have to worry and blah, 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 blah. But I'm still, again, very fortunate in the fact that overall these issues are minor in comparison to what others are experiencing. So in no way am I trying to put the woe is me card. I'm just explaining how this disease looks in me. And yeah. Oh, also one more thing. Vertigo. That happens every now and again. It's something that I had in on the onset of this. So it appears every now and again. I haven't really picked up on any one trigger for that. But when that happens, I just have to write it out. If you guys have any tips about that, anything that you found works for you, please let me know. That'd be really awesome, because feeling nauseous is more distracting than, you know, my foot hurting. I could just sit down and it'll be fine. But feeling like I'm going to throw up, that's a little bit disconcerting. No one wants to throw up in public. But yeah, overall, so far so good. I'm thinking of doing like a more informational one, like what is MS, a specific video about my treatment, what it is, the pros and the cons of it, things like that. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know down below, and I will be sure to get on that. So hopefully you guys found this informative. So I wish you guys the best, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.